Okay, so here's how to view the tracker screen on race day. We can see, I'll just pull out a little bit, we can see the snake going up, and we can see that our leader's there. That's on the 50. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it down to the 32 to make it a little bit easier. So these are the runners on the 32, and if I zoom right in, we can see that at the moment 103 is in the lead. That's James Bareham. He's showing us reached the checkpoint. Adam Cooper is alongside him. It's difficult because they're moving, as you can see all the time, to know exactly who's in the lead. They may be running together. So you can see there the time that they reached the checkpoint and they're moving along. It actually records you about 200 metres out of the checkpoint. So the checkpoint's actually at St Andrew's Church, but it records just so that the marshals know they're just about ready to receive them. So they then do, there you go, that's popped in there, so he's actually in the church now. So they're regularly updating. So let's just have a look at James Bareham, who looks like he's in the lead. He's about to go and do the Blubberhouses loop, and it's estimating that it's going to take him about 70 minutes to do the loop at the speed he's currently going. If I just pull out a bit, you can see that for the loop, they're going up there, round Thrushcross Reservoir and back to that checkpoint. So the great thing about this is we can look at them. Let's go back to James. So he's due back at the checkpoint at 10:14. Then his next checkpoint at Stainburn is at 11:16. So if I just move across here, you can see that he comes down the other side of the reservoirs, around these two reservoirs, and then that's the next checkpoint. And so the checkpoint marshals there will know to expect him at current speeds at around 11:16. And then back at the finish here, we're expecting him back at 12:16. So it gives you an idea based on current times as to where people will be. So that's how you can pick up on any tracker. As we zoom out, you'll see that there are every runner's got a number, but if they're bunched together like 6, if you press on, if you go in closer, it will expand out so you can see all the different runners there and where they are. Sometimes they fly through, and that's simply because the tracker's going around this reservoir. I know this section here, it's got very poor reception, and they're still recording the data, but they can't always transmit it. So it will all kick back in time. So it's just an idea of seeing roughly where people are. If you're following them regularly, you can see where they're moving. So that's that. You can see by clicking on them, it expands them out. So just to go through the left-hand side, if you click on there, if you want to see a particular runner, so let's say we want to see Chris Curtin there, runner 122, we can put his number in and it will show us exactly where Chris is. So Chris is on his way to the first checkpoint. So that's Chris. You can also star him to make him a favourite as well. We can go back as well and look for other runners. So if I just cancel, come back in, hold on. Cancel him off, and then we've got other runners as well. So for example, we can look at Ashley Beck. If we look at Ashley, that will show us where Ashley is. If I click on him, you've got his details, due in at Blubberhouse 9:12, 10:45, 11:59. Go back to this. If we expand that down, it will also show you the ETAs there. And if we click on that, it will show you the route that he's taken. So you can see that it follows the race line. So that's fine. So that's how we can check whether people have actually done the correct course or not. So that there, you can select anybody you want. If you just click on the X, it'll take you back. And you can also select favourites as well. And you can sort by anything you want and search for names or numbers. So for example, if we want Cat PSC, that's the way we found her as well. And that gives us all the details on her. Finally, just come off of that. Here is the leaderboard table. So if we click that and go to the 32 mile, we can see that James Bareham and Adam Cooper both got to the checkpoint roughly the same. It looks like James is probably marginally ahead. Paddy and Gabriel Cox got there together, Chris Curtin in 5th place. And it shows you everybody that's running. Claire Jones is our sweeper today. So at current rate, she's due into the checkpoint just before 10. It also shows us what time everybody is expected to finish. James Bareham is at this current rate going to get back here at about 12:15 in 1st place, and in last place the sweeper will be at 3:42. So it gives you an idea, and these are updated regularly, well, constantly, based on current speed that runners are doing. So that's really easy. That's just showing you how you can go about it. And wherever you see one of these symbols, that navigates you to the event start, which we don't want. Top right hand corner is your event map. So if we click on that, that takes us back to the event map. As I've previously said, you can watch in whatever format you want. So if we want to look at OS Leisure, which a lot of people understand, you can do that, and you can drill in and it will show you on a proper OS map where people are. Once we get there, there we go.